What's up, guys? It's Jackal, and it is still June. It is still Pride Month, and even when it's not Pride Month, this is still like fucking rights, like culture war bullshit. And we're back with more Ben Shapiro on a different video that he has. Last time we talked about him freaking out over Nickelodeon, just like showing like that gay people exist on Nickelodeon, and him just being really like booty upset over it. And I mean, that was fun. But here he's really mad over it, Justice Roberts. So we're gonna see what that's about. I really don't know what this is about. I definitely don't miss seeing fucking Trump's face. Look at that. Look at that face. Don't we all miss that face? The thing is that we don't miss this face. We all know that we don't miss this face. But we're gonna check this out. We're gonna see what he says, and we're gonna this is gonna be my very first foray into like trying to kind of edit and push things together. So we're gonna dive into this a little bit. We're gonna see how fucking mad I get. I'm probably only gonna get through, this is what, 8.5 minutes. It's probably gonna be like the last video. I'm probably only gonna be able to get through like 2 minutes. You know, I got a kid. I got two girlfriends that kind of like hold the fort and like handle shit while they give me a day to kind of do a hobby and kind of have a little thing to myself. So like I don't have time to be like doing a bunch of shit and trying to make sure that like I don't want to do too many cuts and risk me fucking up the audio, because that's a bummer. So we're just gonna leave it until I get angry enough and I just decide, fuck it, I'm just gonna play Final Fantasy and ignore this douche, and then we'll go from there. Basically like I did last time. So let's see what he's mad about.
Who gives a crap about getting a 9-0 decision? Okay, Justice Roberts was successful in curtailing
I don't
this
care about
decision down to its narrowest possible scope, and this is what he does. He makes excuses to uphold government power, and that's why I'm kind of fighting mad over this particular decision. Okay, so the case, which we have discussed briefly on the show before.
Come on, let's go.
This is a case in which there is a so-called anti-discrimination law in Philadelphia.
Nothing preempts you. Nothing preempts you for a conservative being real mad about something more than this line right here.
Particular decision. Okay, so the case, which we have discussed briefly on the show before, this is a case in which there is a so-called anti-discrimination.
When they gotta stop it and hit you with that so-called, they always gotta hit you with that so-called anti-discrimination. They're ready to try to hit you with it all the time. It's so-called anti-discrimination. You fucking weasel.
Law in Philadelphia. Okay, that anti-discrimination law basically says that no contractor with the city government of Philadelphia is allowed to discriminate on the basis of sexual orientation. Right? That is what the law says. Okay.
Wah! What a big fucking baby. Yes. If you are contracting with the government, which means that government money is going to go to those contracts, that would mean that you cannot discriminate if you are going to deal with the government. Yes. Yeah. That's going to kind of how it be. That's how it fucking be, dog. Why are you mad about it? Let's see what's going to be your reasoning for being mad.
And this comes into conflict pretty clearly with Catholic adoption and foster agencies. So Catholic adoption and foster agencies.
Jesus Christ.
You're a 16-year-old Catholic girl. You get pregnant. You have a baby out of wedlock. You want to give it up for adoption, or you want to put it into foster care. But you want the family that adopts to have the same principles that you hold religiously.
Bro, what right do you have to say that, like, I'm giving up my baby for adoption, but I want to dictate the kind of religiosity that this child has? You shouldn't even get to do that normally to a kid. That's already, like, I very much am against the way that a lot of people bring their kids into religion. Like, I am not in any way, like, I was forced to go to Sunday school. I did the communion. I did all that shit. Listen, if my son or my soon-to-be daughter were to ever tell me one day that they were interested in it, have at it. I have no problem with them doing it, but I am not going to be the one who ropes them into doing it. I don't have any right. And you don't have a right to be like, well, I'm giving up my kid for adoption, but, you know, they can't have two daddies, though. Like, that's not cool. Like, go
and
before I
so
get mad.
You want that baby to be fostered, by a male-female married couple, which until like literally the last 5 minutes, pretty much, was considered the norm in American life. And pretty much throughout the world, right, was that a baby needs
That is irrelevant. Nobody cares.
a mother and a father. This was considered an extremely uncontroversial statement for nearly all of human history, was that a baby needed a mother and a father.
No, it wasn't. Having the nuclear family, the way that we envision it here in America, of a mother, a father, and their children, that is not the way that we raise children for a majority of human history. Now, this comes, I guarantee, now as anybody who doesn't know and has never seen Ben Shapiro before, as you can see, there is a yarmulke on top of his head. So I know the reason he has a problem with this. The reason he has a problem with this is because he is religious. Let me hear that one more time before we go.
And pretty much throughout the world, right, was that a baby needs a mother and a father. This was considered an extremely uncontroversial statement for nearly all of human history, was that a baby needed a mother.
All of human history, yes. That's what he says. Because to him, human history is probably not much more than 10,000 years old. But unfortunately for him, it is at least close to 250,000 years old. So for the longest time in human history, that has not been the case. That has simply not been the case. Ben Shapiro is lying. But of course, look at that. Look at that face. Look at him. That is fucking fresh nut face right there. That is the middle of nut face. What some WAP gets you. Don't worry about it, buddy. But no, this is some fucking... I'm going to go back to Final Fantasy here in a minute. This is annoying.
And a father. Okay, now it is considered discriminatory if you say that a baby needs a mother and a father, or that a...
No. It's not discriminatory if you want... It's not discriminatory for you to want that in your head. I don't think it is. As if I'm talking to an individual and they say they want that, I wouldn't say it's discriminatory. I would say it's fucking weird, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily discriminatory. But it doesn't matter because we're talking about what the government can contract and work with other, or who they can contract with. If you are working, or if you are contracting with the government, that means you are going to be being paid with government money, which means that is money that all Americans pay for, all Americans. And I don't know if you notice, but there's a lot of queer folk and LGBTQ folk in America. So they pay taxes. They are Americans. So they cannot have their money going to a discriminatory organization. Sorry, Ben. Sorry. The fact that he calls that like government overreach of them saying like, hey, if you're going to be working with us, you can't discriminate against people. I don't even know if that's considered big government, but that is the thing that's going to make people's lives better. Eat a fucking dick. I'm going to fucking cut this and we're going to go play some Final Fantasy before I get annoyed with this guy anymore. You need to have a mother and a father. I mean, you don't need a mother and a father. In case anybody is ever wondering, there is nothing that suggests a child does better with a mother and a father. What any data you will look at will suggest is that a child does better with two parents. Two parents. That it snorted at me and I'm blind. Bro, it just hawked boogers at me. You're a dickhead. Fucking unicorn. Fucking bastard. That was very uncool. But no, that's definitely why people like Ben Shapiro are frustrating. What is this horse shit? What? Why? Why? I've died like once or twice the entire game so far. And is this game gonna kill me fucking twice in like 2 videos? That would be amazing. But no, you do not need a mother and a father. What you need are 2 parents. You need, because now, I just came into my girl's life. She already had a kid. The boy had just turned 2 when we started dating. But I tell you what, man, it is true. Like, yes, single parents can make it work, and fucking those that do, fucking salute, because that is some G shit right there. Because I couldn't do that. Well, here's the thing. If I were backed into a corner, I think I could. But my son would not be getting anywhere near the care that he needs just with me there. You need a parent. You need a balance of two people, because then there's never a conflict between work and care. Because normally, parents will adjust it. Now, generally in American history, it has always been the, oh boy, okay. So this was an actual maze. I just kind of wandered my way to the place. Right away, that's... Bro, that's some fucking... That's some magic. No. But I couldn't imagine having to attempt to take care of all that by myself. Most times when parents, you start working with the other parent, you start working back and forth, you usually come up with a schedule where one of you can be with the kids. Now in American society, like I was about to say before I got distracted, like I always do, that's usually been the man. The man has been the one to always go out there and, do the job. Woman stays home. Now, there's a reason that other than like the weird like social like force of it, of like forcing everyone to do it. Other than that, the reason why that it worked so well, I mean, like I said, there were a lot of people forced into situations like that. So, it's not exact, like not everything was perfect, but the part of it that was that there were always two parents. Now, listen, I've seen stay-at-home dads. Bro, it works just as good. If the woman is out there working and the dad is there to take care of the kid's gonna do just as fine, because the kid will still have the money aspect, because the other parent is, a lot of times nowadays, they are still working, just they're working while the kid goes to sleep and the other parent can come home and rest. You dual shift it. And that works perfectly well most of the time. But when there's only one parent, when you're having to balance work and care, and as much as you're having to work nowadays, that's not an easy mix to do. You're always having to find a babysitter, leave the kid with grandparents, this, that, or the other. Like, there's a lot of things that you're not able to really do. You end up having to, like, jack of all trades, master of none. And, I mean, to an extent, the way most parents do it is still a form of that. But, there's a balance. It's not, one parent works, one parent cares for the kid. Like, that's not how any of that works. Okay, we made it out. We got a cube. I don't know what I do with the cube, but I mean, I don't know what else nothing else there. We still haven't found the mystery of this slab. I'll have to figure that out at some point. Colors gather and swirl in the cube. That is really descriptive. But no, that's what's really needed for kids. Like, having more than one parent is preferred. Having one parent is like is like one of the biggest indicators into whether or not a kid is gonna fucking have a criminal record. I would seriously say that if I had to guess, the rate of like, that problem, not just with single mothers, but I bet you that problem is just as fucking represented in single fathers as well. Because it's still having to work out that balance. And that's a fucking hard balance, dog. Like, that's not fucking easy. Shit, you see there's parents that have kids that have both parents and it doesn't work. Okay, so it says the slab is in the shrine somewhere. Alright, well, you know what I'm going to do? I need to go... I want to see if I can get that exit spell. I forget what village it's in. But I'm going to go get it real quick. Oh, you know what's the best part about having a cold? When you wake up, like, especially when it's one of those 24-hour colds where your cough goes from, like, dry and painful, and then you go to sleep, and then you wake up, and you feel that nice juiciness in your chest and throat of all that phlegm starting to loose up. That's a great feeling. I mean, then you cough almost even more than you were coughing before, but, you know, because you're attempting to get all that grossness out. I know that's really disgusting. Nobody wants to probably hear about that shit. But yeah, man, that's... And see, like, it's not even that Ben Shapiro is necessarily even wrong, necessarily. Like, he's wrong about the man and woman part, but not the, like... Not the fact that, you need two parents. Like, the number he's got is, like, pretty correct. Now, granted, my kids basically have 3. But, I mean... It is still a balance. And that's what the child really needs. And actually, because, you know, when gay couples go to have kids, it's obviously through adoption. Those kids actually tend to have much better results as far as, like, how they statistically end up, you know, with regards to, like, criminal histories and, education levels and shit like that. They actually tend to do much better than most straight kids by percentage, because a lot of, like, in order to adopt, you literally have to plan to have a kid. You can't just, like, well, I guess I have a kid. Like, you have to actually, like, go and get yourself a kid. You have to actually... Okay, this is not the village that I am looking for. Oh, wait, no, it's on the other side. It's over by fucking Volcano Land. Gurgu Volcano, whatever the fuck it was called. I forgot what I was saying. Son of a bitch, I forgot what I was saying. Where's the... Here we go. Let's do this, and then we're gonna fucking... Listen to what else fucking stupid shit Ben Shapiro has to say. Snakes. That's right, buddy. Get a dong, little logie. Give me that 50 gold. I'm taking all of it. Because I've gotten robbed by these places. This video is going to be longer than it probably normally would be. Especially with me jumping back and forth. I'm going to very quickly lose track of time. Is there anything in here that I might actually want? Bunch of silver shit, which I have. But yeah, I want to get that exit spell, because what I'm going to do is on my next little run, when I get to the shrine. Dope, he's got it. I don't know why I couldn't learn it before, but I got it now, and I don't care, because I got it now. I am going to find the slab, and then peace out, and then get out, heal, and then run through again. Hopefully getting a bunch of extra experience will help, I hope. I hope it helps, because if not, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I would grind. That's the next best solution right there, is to fucking grind it out. But I'd rather not do that. Alright, let's switch back over to fucking Benny Boy before we do this. Before we hear the happy music. Alright, here we are back again. I know for you guys, it was an instant. For me, it was a little bit of playing around.
A mother-father married couple should be preferred to any other needed
let's go back
a mother and a father. Okay.
Context.
Now, it is considered discriminatory if you say that a baby needs a mother and a father, or that a mother-father married couple should be preferred to any other form of family formation, whether you're talking about two
it shouldn't be preferred. Like, there's nothing to indicate that it should be preferred other than you feel so. And I mean, I guess that might be an option. Just you can't deal with the government then. Sorry, you can't deal with the government. That's how it works. Don't contract with the government then. Do your private thing and keep it like that.
Men, 2 women, 2 brothers, 2 sisters, a single woman, a single
I like how when we're talking about gay people, you bring up like incestuous couples. You fucking douche.
man, or any other form of family. That if all other things being equal, right, and that's always the key, all other factors being held equal, you prefer a male-female couple because a child needs a mother and a father.
No, they don't. No, they don't. I do think that a child should have, if you are going to be, now, this is going to be some fucking, I don't know how appropriate it is to give like cis tips to gay people, but I mean, as a parent, and I mean, my girls are fucking bi, like, I guess take that as like, maybe that gives me the fucking the clearance. I don't know. But I do think that if you are 2 women in a relationship, that your child probably should have a good male role model in their life. Somebody that obviously both of you trust. Now, they don't have to be there ever present like a father, but the child should have a positive male role model. Same thing I would say with with 2 gay men. You should definitely, probably for your child, have a good, strong female figure in their life. I don't see, now, maybe that's wrong, but I do think that there's dynamics that, other sexes, other genders, compared to what the child may be or identify as they get older, having somebody across the aisle from them teaches them, it helps with it helps with, not social cohesion, maybe that's the best word for it. It helps your sociability. It helps to have somebody across the aisle in that way that you can look up to. So I do think there does, again, like everything else, there does need to be that balance. So like, but it's not like they need to have a mother and a father. Incorrect.
So Catholic adoption agencies and foster agencies still hold by this. This led...
Then don't contract with the government. I don't know if that's possible. If that's not possible that you can do that without contracting with the government, I also don't feel bad because I used to be Catholic. Eat a dick. I still don't think that's right. So,
City of Philadelphia to basically suggest that they would no longer do work with Catholic foster agencies. In fact, Catholic...
No. They will do it with Catholic agencies, just ones that have to be inclusive because they are going to be accepting government money, which comes from the taxpayers. And it do what it be. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Foster agencies would not be allowed to work because they have to work with Child Protective Services and the city. They would no longer be allowed
dab on them
to operate in the city limits, basically, of Philadelphia because they preferred male, female.
Oh boy, we got commercials. Oh no. We're gonna skip it. I'm not gonna be able to edit around this. I apologize.
Male couples,
We're back.
Male or female or single female or single male couple families. So this was elevated to the Supreme Court on religious freedom grounds, right? The idea being that this is a basic violation of religious freedom, which it very, very clearly.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Because that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Ben Shapiro is lying to you because this dude graduated from way too prestigious a university to fucking say some stupid fucking shit like that. That's not true. The reason why it's not is because the other way is how the religious freedom is. There is a separation between church and state. If you are accepting government money, you cannot discriminate. That's just what it is. That's why we don't allow the fucking 10 Commandments on fucking judicial areas. Like, that is going there with taxpayer money. So you can't have these religious iconography. You can't discriminate based on religion. You cannot do that. Now, the Catholic group wants to do it. They got to work with the government. I don't know what to tell you. then you don't get to do that. You just don't. And sucks for you, dude. I don't even feel bad.
Is. The court ruled 9-0 in favor of the Catholic Adoption Agency and Foster Agency. So why am I pissed off? The reason I'm pissed off is...
Ooh. Well, this doesn't have a happy ending because now that's the opposite. I'm thinking this went the other way because he's so mad. It passed and he's still mad? What a fucking child. What a fucking big baby little child. Fuck this dude. Fuck this dude. Fuck him.
The grounds of the decision, because as always with the Roberts Court, he prefers unanimity in narrowness over a divided court with a broad ruling. And that's a serious problem for future precedent. So here is how CNBC reports this. The Supreme Court on Thursday delivered a unanimous defeat to LGBT couples in a high-profile case over whether Philadelphia could refuse to contract with a Roman Catholic adoption agency that says its religious beliefs prevent it from working with same-sex foster parents.
Which they should be able to because they're accepting government money. I'm sorry. That's how it should be. No.
Chief Justice John Roberts wrote in an opinion for a majority of the court that Philadelphia violated the First Amendment by refusing to contract with Catholic Social Services once it learned the organization would not certify.
Wait. Is it being like, this is really like, what is the phrase called of this? The tolerance problem, the tolerance paradox. You can't be intolerant of my intolerance. That's literally what it is. Like, well, you can't discriminate against us because we're discriminating against other people. You can't do that. Yes, you can. I'm sorry. Yes, you can. Eat fat shit.
Same-sex couples for adoption. Roberts wrote, the free exercise clause of the First Amendment applicable to states under the 14th Amendment provides Congress shall make no law prohibiting the free exercise of religion. As an initial matter, it is plain that the city's actions have burdened CSS's religious exercise by putting it to the choice of curtailing its mission or approving relationships inconsistent with its beliefs. So the question in this case is whether the Supreme Court was going to overrule another Supreme Court decision that was called Employment Division versus Smith. This is a very famous Supreme Court decision in which actually Justice Scalia wrote the decision, and he set a standard for when a law conflicts with religious freedom, how we rule. I believe in that case, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the case was that there was a drug law and it came into conflict with...
All right, I'm cutting the video here. I don't really care at this point. He's being a big fucking baby. If you guys are interested, check out his video. I'll probably check it out on my own time. But we already know how it ruled. So I don't really care. I'm going to fucking just talk about it myself. Fuck this dude. And fuck his goon face. Bro, that shit's so frustrating. Whoa, boy. Hold on. Okay. My touchpad was going a little wonky there for a second. Bro, this is like bringing me back. Like, this is flooring me to old school, like, fucking 2010, 2009, 2011. That area, I know I did that in the fucking weirdest order possible. Back when, like, the religion, like, the church and state shit was real big on YouTube. Back in the days, like, when the Amazing Atheist was, like, starting out and a little bit smaller. Back in the days when, like, Thunderfoot was really relevant. You had fucking Coctopus Prime, Coughlin. There was a lot of people back in those days. I don't remember all of them myself anymore. It's been a long time. Back when that public access call-in show, The Atheist Experience, based out of Texas, when that started to pop off and get really big, like, this sort of thing to me reeks of like those kinds of days. Now, in the beginning of when Ben was talking, I was probably sounding a bit more hopeful because the way he was fucking bitching about it, it sounded like that ruling was going to go in the other direction. But, you know, alas, I was wrong. But I think the original decision by the city of Philadelphia, whatever electoral body was in charge of it, I believe they were 100% in the right with their initial decision. These organizations are taking taxpayer money in order to perform their services. If they want taxpayer money, they do not get to discriminate based on their religion. I'm sorry, you don't. And I really do hope that there ends up being some more fight out of this, because I don't know what I'm possibly looking for, because that is some legit royal horse shit. I don't accept that at all. It feels like, I mean, it's not that it feels like, it definitely is. Religious groups are always trying to get away with this shit. They are always trying to skirt around the rules and try to cater to who they want based on their fucking religious preferences. Eat a fucking dick. You can't do that. You can't do that with taxpayer money. That is not allowed. That is no bueno. It is not fucking cool. I probably let that video ended up running much longer than I should have, but, you know. He fucking is so wordy and says nothing. So fucking hard. And you don't want to fast forward it, really, like, out of just, like, you don't want to miss something, but eventually when it goes nowhere and he just starts plodding around. And I mean, all it was him bitching like a fucking crybaby, that, like, his side won the decision, but it didn't win it in the way it wants. But like he said, it's probably due to some shit regarding, the future repercussions of ruling in that way. And I can only hope that after checking up on it, I can only hope that the way that may go is the state being able to continue doing what they were trying to and saying, nah, if you're gonna fucking discriminate based on this bullshit, you don't get to work with us. You don't get to accept taxpayer money. You don't get to get taxpayer money and get to discriminate based on your religion with that money. That's not how that works. It's not how it should work. But little by little, the test of the flow of time is that these groups are consistently losing more and more grip. These religious groups. Sure, because of the fucking Trump-itis that's going around, it's having a little bit more of a surge. But we all know the trends. Religiosity has been going down for a long time. And it's going to continue to go down. It's fucking nonsense. And most people know it is. Alright, well, we're going to go the way... Fuck, man. Now I got to really, like, figure out where this slab could be. Well, yeah, I forgot. It doesn't really matter because I'm not going to fight the Kraken on this round. Even if I do find it. I'm going to exit out of here. Peace the fuck out. Nice. Nice. Peace out and then come back in, gain some more experience, and hopefully by that point, I'll be strong enough to... Ooh, I forgot to check out what the Protect ring did. I'll have to do that. Hopefully I remember to do that before the next time I sit down to record in a week. Hopefully. Bro, that shit is so aggravating to me. Hearing fucking religious babies complain about how they just like, I don't get to discriminate against people the way that I exactly want to. And I want the government to pay me for it. Bro, fuck these people. These people have had a... You with a poisson. These groups have always had the fucking lock on everything. These are the same groups of people that bitched and moaned when the government was allowed to start marrying people. Because remember, marriage is a government contract. Nobody's forcing fucking churches to have gay weddings. That's never gonna happen. Nobody's making them do that. But the church doesn't get to say that that union, that governmental contract, gets to only be between a man and a woman based on religious reasons. That's just, no, it doesn't get to do that. You know what? Your church doesn't want to do it. Fucking have fun. Have fun being fucking lame. But, ooh, levels up. Oh yeah, poison. But nobody else should be willing to accept that shit. Ever. Ever, ever. Alright. These were the guys. These were the guys that were fuckers. These were the fuckers. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm not getting caught off guard this time. Last time he's sitting there like, these guys can't hurt very hard. They're like ghosts. Yeah, bro. Hitting for like 126 damage. The way he just like fucking throws his arm up is so fucking amazing. I love it. And there we go. And you know what's funny? I think I'm going to end this video exactly where I started it. In front of the same goddamn building. This is where I was. So this is where we end again. After dying, checking out the fucking... no, this is where I started the last video. I'm dumb. But yeah, after recording 2 videos, I've come full circle back to where I was. And now I feel a little more angry after listening to Ben Shapiro, both for the results of the ruling and just Ben Shapiro's general attitude on everything. So hopefully if anybody finds this, you enjoy it. And peace out, Ethernet. Cause who am I kidding? No one listens.